So guys, in today's video, I'm going to be going over the best way to prepare for tournaments in the future of this season. So Epic Games decided to switch it up and actually announce the tournaments really early this season. And I want to go over really early and really quickly what the best way for you guys to prepare for these tournaments is. This is definitely a video that you're not going to want to miss, so I'd recommend you stick around till the end. And also be sure to use code SonataYT in the Fortnite item shop if you guys are purchasing the battle pass or buying anything. It would really help me out and I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, let's get right into this video. So to start off, the first tip that I would recommend to you guys is to find and practice your drop spot early. Initially, I'd recommend that you guys try to find a drop spot using various videos and resources online such as fortnite.gg. Another great resource that you can use is the solo drop spots video that I just released. If you're looking for a duo drop spot, I will be coming out with a duo drop spots video in the near future. Be sure to check that out when it does pop up. But until then, I'd recommend you check out your solo drop spot and find it and then learn to stick to it. I see way too many competitive players in the start of the season switching up their drop spots frequently. I'd recommend you set a trial period of around 3 days for you to test out various drop spots, and then settle on one and start practicing it now. You should do stuff like make a drop map and create a loot route. A drop map will help you find the optimal drops for those POIs when you land there. You can do this by purchasing one or just making one yourself. I have covered how to make a drop map a lot of times in the past. Check out any of my other drop spot videos if you guys are interested, or you can just look up a tutorial on how to make your own drop map. And then the importance of creating a loot route is also critical as well. A loot route is going to help you maximize the amount of loot that you're getting from a small POI, especially if you're landing somewhere with a couple of less chests. It's important that you find a good loot route that will maximize your loot output. On top of creating a loot route, you obviously need to learn all of the locations and the features of your drop spots. Know where each and every single one of the chests, ammo boxes, floor spawns. Know everything about your drop spot inside and out once you land there. This will help you learn and master the drop spot more than other people switching it up in the middle of the season, but also make you very consistent when it comes to playing your early game. And obviously, once you're out of the early game, life gets a lot easier for you as you're already starting to get placement points. Adding on to learning the drop spot inside and out, I'd recommend that you practice all of the rotations out of it as well. Not only will this help you in the future when you're trying to rotate out of the area using different zones, you're most likely going to be doing this in arena and scrim games, which will help you practice a lot ultimately. And lastly, I'd recommend that you guys try to find a backup spot just in case you're contested by people with better drops. Not only will this help you have a failsafe just in case you are contested, you can also create your backup spot as a secondary place to go when you are in your loot route. This is going to help you out a lot in the long run with maximizing your loot output once again, and also having a failsafe just in case you are contested. And if you do this when you find a drop spot, you're going to master it ultimately. So be sure to find and practice your drop spot early. Now next, I would like to go over how to find a good duo and a trio and then stick with them throughout the season. What you should do is join Scrim and community Discord servers where you can go into looking for teammate sections and then type a well thought message that will help you find a teammate that either matches your skill level or is a bit better than you. Either one of these two things will help you maximize the best amount of teammate potential that you can get. And once you're with a teammate, I'd recommend you stick with them for as long as you can. If you don't feel as confident with someone, but you're both good players separately, I'd recommend that you stick together and try to make it work. This will reward you in the long run by making you guys more consistent together and build better chemistry. However, if you're playing with somebody and they're just not a good player, I'd recommend that you find somebody else to play with. But what's really important is the consistency of playing. Consistency is arguably the most important thing in competitive Fortnite, so you definitely need to consider finding a teammate that you stick with for the long run. You also need to start practicing early for these trio and duo cash cups in order to make it this season. And in order to do that, you do need teammates to play with. Once you find them, you can start practicing as much as you want and do all of the things I mentioned with your drop spot in the duo or trio setting. As you guys know, duo cash cups and quick trio cash cups are going to be happening. However, duos is the primary FNCS game mode, so that's what I'm going to primarily be focusing on. However, on top of focusing on practicing early, the practice in these early tournaments will help you prepare for duo FNCS as time continues. So you're basically practicing for the practice of the FNCS, which is where the majority of the money is in competitive Fortnite. Overall, I'd recommend that you try to find teammates as quickly as possible, make sure that they match your skill level or they're a bit better than you, and then just stick with them, build chemistry, play together, and overall practice and get better. Now next, I'd recommend that you guys understand the format of the tournaments early as well. What you guys can do is hop onto Fortnite Tracker. All of the tournaments have been put into the compete area there, and you can check out the formats there, and I would highly recommend you take a look at the formats on there. Not only will that help you understand how and when to play, for example, maybe you try to have a late start or you start maybe a little bit earlier. For example, maybe you try to have a late start that will help you maximize point output in the end, or you try to start as soon as the tournament begins and then play out all of your games to the fullest. This will help when you guys look at the format. However, adding on to that, what you guys can do is join Discord servers such as Kinch Analytics. I'm going to leave a link to the server in the description, so check that out. But Kinch Analytics is by far one of the most useful competitive Fortnite Discords. Every single pro player you can possibly name is in the server. You can customize your region and then log on and see how many points you need to qualify for various tournaments. It helps you clarify formats, how to play W key games, how to play passive games. Kinch is really a genius, and he pretty much specifies everything that you need to do in order to succeed in competitive in the server. He reviews the format and the ideal number of points that you need to get, and the ideal strategy for each tournament is also posted. That's why I would recommend you join Kinch Analytics, check it out, be sure to get used to it, and it would really help you out in the end. If you guys are curious as to what this looks like, this is going to be the NA East tournament strategy section. I think it's really useful, and you guys should definitely consider joining the server if you are interested. But this is just one utensil that is in the large array of those that are available for understanding the tournament format. You need to do this early, and you need to be precise. So be sure to do that. Now the next tip is going to be a pretty given and quick one, but it's definitely going to be to practice in arena and scrims. This is so important, and you need to seriously get used to this as time goes on. I see too many players playing a lot of creative at the start of the season. They're not really playing arena because they don't have motivation to play for points or anything. But seriously, arena will get your fighting ability used to the new meta of the season before everybody else's. Most people just get used to the new meta once arena points reset. However, you need to genuinely understand how and when to play. You can use all of the new items before other people have gotten used to them. You can practice W keying, you can practice rotating, do anything you want in arena. As long as you play it, you're definitely going to be improving. But obviously, scrims are an important attribute as well. They will help you perfect your endgame strategy, and you can learn from the best of the best by VOD reviewing and understanding the rotation and fighting techniques of the new season. Once you VOD review, you can apply those strategies into these scrims and see what works for you and your teammates, and then you guys are inevitably going to succeed. So you need to make sure that you completely review and practice these endgames for all the tournaments. It's definitely going to help you guys out, so that's really important, and you need to make sure that you stick to that. So be sure to practice in arena and scrims. You're going to thank me once you guys are done doing that and the competitive season starts. Now, the final tip I would give to you guys in order to prepare for upcoming events is to definitely get a consistent warm-up routine that you do every day and get used to it. What you guys can do is use my previous video about warm-up routines in order to create a good one for yourself. Once you make this routine, you need to start doing it every day when you play. This will make your gameplay more consistent as you play more and more every day. And as you get used to this warm-up routine, you're going to be playing the same skill level, which is your peak skill level every single time. This is great for performing to the best of your ability in tournaments and also getting rid of pre-tournament nerves. And also, if you're nervous during the middle of a tournament, a proper warm-up will completely eliminate that going forward. So you need to seriously get on that. Use stuff like aim training maps, piece control maps, free building maps, anything that helps you and makes you more confident as a player. Definitely use that, and be sure to create a correct and efficient warm-up routine for yourself every single time you play. This is really going to help you guys out with your overall consistency, which once again, like I said before, is definitely the most important attribute of competitive Fortnite. Anyways guys, that is the video on exactly how to prepare for upcoming events in Chapter 3 Season 3. I know a lot of you guys have been requesting a video that helps out with overall competitive stuff that you need to understand going into the tournament season, so that you don't waste yet another season sitting on the sidelines and not making any money. But be sure to let me know if this video did help you out. I spent a lot of time coming up with the ideas and thinking about it. But that's about it for this video guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.